Thank you everyone for joining. It's so great to see so many faces here for our second ERP community call. We're going to start with a few intros. If you missed the last call, some folks on here who are from Microsoft who have lots of different roles in the community world. Then we're going to jump into what we think of as like the evangelists giving some updates, and then into our two speakers for the day. So why don't we start with a few intros? Anna and I are co-MCs for this call. So I'll start with a brief intro and hand over to you, Anna. Lydia, I work for Microsoft. I am English and I have worked in the US now for about 8 years. I was in an ERP technical seller role in England before moving over to the States. And since then, I've been in varying like storytelling roles, creating videos, creating demos, presenting at events, and now also covering community as well. So my role is twofold. It's creating content for ERP for the community, but it's also running a number of call series for not just ERP, but ERP and CRM as well. So you might have seen me on the CRM community call as well. Anna, why don't you go ahead?
It's difficult after you because you have such a cool role. Then I come with my boring role, and it's like, okay. So hi everyone, my name is Anna. I've been working with finance-ish, HR, Dynamics HR, for quite some time yet. So far, and yeah, I stepped out of consulting, but I still do all this community work that makes me really happy. I do a lot of Power Platform as well because, it's good to know more than one product and to play around the combination. It's also very nice. And I think that's the vision that we're going through with Microsoft. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for everyone who joined. Thank you for the speakers. And if you want, just feel free to reach out on LinkedIn. More than happy to have a chat.
Thanks, Anna. Maybe V and Charles would love you to give an intro of like how your storytelling and community combo works as well. V?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I am Vandana Sharma. I also go by V. And similar to Lydia, I do have two different roles. On one end, I'm an evangelist for our customer experience apps. So sales, customer service, marketing, that's what I cover. And on the other side, I am a community like advocacy lead for our MVPs as well as user group leaders. So for those, hopefully you know my name by now. If not, hello, and please feel free to message me or chat with me if you need me.
Awesome. Thanks, V. Charles? You are on mute if you're there, Charles, and if you're not, we can move forward.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, similar to Lydia and Vandana, I have two roles. On the community side, I am responsible mainly for the community forums. So if you've been to the communitypowerplatform.com or communitydynamics.com, my team and I, the team of community managers, we all run those forums. And I'm also the liaison to the Copilot Apps team and the BET team, which is essentially the emerging technologies team. So if you're familiar with Copilot Studio, that's what my team manages. So yes, happy to be here. And I will be representing the voice of the forum.
Awesome. Thanks, Charles. And then let's do 3 more intros and then we'll move on. So Dwayne, Scott, and Brett, please.
Hey, I'm Dwayne, and you met me probably last week, but I am the Dynamics 365 community social media guy. So whatever you see us posting on LinkedIn, on YouTube, around there, I am handling that content, sharing your great stuff that you do, and doing my best to share what's new and going on in the Dynamics 365 world. But honestly, the guys who are doing the best job, because they work closely with all of you who are providing solutions and answers and tips and tricks every single day, are Scott and Brett. So I'm excited to hand them off to you and let you know our awesome community managers. So Scott, Brett, introduce yourselves.
Well, thanks so much, Dwayne. Wow, to follow that. Everyone, get yourself a hype man like Dwayne. It's really awesome. I highly recommend it. But yeah, and frankly, my job is awesome because I get to be the hype man for all the folks in the community as well. So really excited to be a community manager for Dynamics 365.
Thanks, Scott. Brett, are you there as well?
And me as well. Yes. I love working in this community. I love this team, and our community members are amazing. The time they put in, the effort they put in, it's just incredible. I love to support them, and we are looking forward to a lot of exciting changes coming really soon. And the community's doing well after it was a tough year, and it's looking great now.
Thanks, Brett. As you can see, that's just a small number of the community members in Microsoft who are covering different community roles. And something that's really awesome that has happened in Microsoft in the last probably 9 to 12 months is we've really pulled together what were disparate teams managing the forums, managing the MVP and super user relationships, managing social media, and brought them together so that we can more effectively work together so that we can give you a better community experience. So thanks to everyone who introed themselves there. I'm going to share my slides. I think they stopped sharing. Okay, awesome. So as I said, a couple of things we want to kick off with. Want to do a little recap on PPCC. Want to talk a bit about some awesome nonprofit details that V and Dwayne are sharing on social media in October, and also talk about the upcoming business applications launch event. So Charles, do you want to talk with a little recap of PPCC?
Yes, I'm really happy about the results of PPCC. Thanks to everyone's efforts, we've actually grown the community by 1,200 members. So if you are a super user, MVP, and you like hanging out on boards, you're going to get a lot more people either to ask you questions or to help you answer questions. So we're really, really excited about that. We also, during PPCC, had the Ask a Super User. So if you're familiar with the super user concept, if you are a regular board user and you're regularly answering questions, you get a certain number of points. And once you hit a certain threshold, you become a super user. And a super user, you get all kinds of special privileges. And some of the super users at PPCC, we had a little kiosk called Ask a Super User, which was sort of a fun little, I suppose, live solved session. So we went in thinking it was going to be there as a place where someone can go and say, so tell me about your career and tell me about what it's like to be a super user. And in fact, they came and they said, I have a broken flow. Can you help me fix it? So it was it actually turned into like a really fun kind of live consultation session that started really drawing in all the different like geeks across the Power Platform and the Dynamics communities to all get together and just start like working on crowdsourced solving various types of problems. So it turned into like a really fun session. So for any of you who came to PPCC and you participated in any of those sessions, I thank you. We ended up solving something like 624 questions over the course of PPCC, which is absolutely amazing. And people were so happy with it. Some people said it was like their favorite part of PPCC, which is high praise, because people really, really loved it. So really happy about that. And we're looking to expand that next year. So if you haven't been to the Power Platform Community Conference, it's going to be October sometime next year. Definitely come. Volunteer, like come, if you have questions, things you want to solve, come solve them. But I'm really, really excited about what we're going to do with this next year.
Thanks, Charles. That's awesome. It was such a great event, wasn't it? And so 624 questions. That's amazing. That's so good. V, do you want to talk a little bit about how we're highlighting nonprofits?
Yeah, so October is Give Month at Microsoft. And what that means is everybody at Microsoft is focused on doing more, donating or volunteering. And so we thought, why not we bring this to the extended community? So as part of that, on our community call for the CRM side, we highlighted a couple of nonprofits. And then following that, we've been highlighting different community members as well as organizations that do more in the BizApp side on our LinkedIn page. And so if you follow our LinkedIn page, you've probably already seen a post about TechFluent. And following that, we have a couple of organizations being highlighted. Our goal is to continue this effort, so we make sure we have more community members involved. As part of this, you'll see ways to get more involved, whether it's donating to these organizations or even volunteering, because a lot of them are looking for mentors and industry coaches to bring in more diversity into our fields. So with that, follow our LinkedIn page and check out all of these amazing organizations and people who are doing more in our community.
Thanks, V. In our CRM community call last week, we invited some of the nonprofits to talk about their work they do. And it's so emotional. It's amazing. They're doing so many good things for folks all over the globe, and amazing to see it, and really easy for us to sign up as volunteers. You know, some of it is help candidates who are trying to get jobs in tech, help with resumes, help with interview prep. Some is educate through sharing your product knowledge, and you only have to give a small amount of time to have a big impact. So that was so exciting.
And a lot of companies have matching programs too. So the little effort you put in goes in twice. And so I think, and a lot of these organizations are signed up for different benefit programs within corporations too. So take advantage of that as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Fee. The last thing we want to talk about before we hand over to Miha for our first session is the upcoming business applications launch event. So if you're not familiar with the launch event, it happens twice a year, and it's the place where we get excited about the new features that are coming in the next wave. So Charles, V, and I, and maybe some other people on this call, I'm not sure who else has joined from our team, have been very busy working on creating great customer stories to show some of the most exciting features that are coming in this wave. If you follow that URL at the bottom, aka.ms/BaleNov24, it will take you to the registration page where you can sign up for our live free broadcast on the 29th of October to see what some of those exciting features are and see some of the great customers we've been partnering with. It always takes up a lot of time for V and Charles and I, and it's one of the highlights of the year, twice a year. So we hope to see you there. And if you can't join live on the day, it will be then available on social media to watch back afterwards. Okay, with that, Miha, why don't we hand over to you to deliver our first session talking all about alerts in F&O. My understanding is you're a bit of an alerts god, so very excited to learn from you.
Okay, thank you. So let me share the screen if I can. Okay. Can you see it? Fine?
Yeah, we can, yeah.
Okay, thanks. So, hi everyone on Community Call ERP. Today I'm going to present you what all you can do with alerts in F&O. So it will be a quick functional session with some technical background. So let's start. I'm Miha, and I'm a software architect and technical fellow at Centric. We are specialized in providing technology to enhance document report customization and document output management in Dynamics 365 for finance and operations. Besides that, we are also filling some other gaps in finance and operations, and alerts are one of them. Okay. Alerts or more general notifications can help you to be informed about important events while not being spammed with unimportant or forget about something. So this includes creation, updates, deletion of records, or also you can also set up the date-based alerts for near or past due events. The notifications that are generated by the alerts can then be sent either to you, your team, some external partner, or some other application. This can be achieved using email notifications or business events. Alerts are not something new. It was a popular feature in old Axapta times, while in F&O it came with some delay and there's still a lot of room for improvements. This inspired us to do some modifications on our own to improve the alerts process. All are available for free and you can use them. So I will demonstrate some of them. Okay. Today, we will show you how to use standard alert features and what more can be done with these small customizations. This is a quick overview, and You will see more details on the next slides. I normally do a live demo, but this takes more time. So for today, I've prepared the screenshots from the demo, and I will also demonstrate different features in a different use cases. Okay. So change-based alerts. Change-based alerts handle the creation and deletion of records and changes on a specific field. You can create alert rule from any form in F&O, and it always applies to a form main data source. So on a sales order, it is a sales order table, and the other tables that are inner or outer joined. So if this data source is filtered, it applies to a filtered data source. So here we will filter it by the invoice account, and then the alert rule applies to this. Also, this filter also applies to alert rule. You can see this alert, this filter, and you can change it on the rule itself. Okay. Alerts are processed in a batch job that typically runs every minute. It creates notifications that you can see in the Action Center. Here we have created 2 sales orders, but just one for the customer US 001. Okay. Alert rule can apply to the record or to any field that is visible on the form. We have added also the option to create an alert rule directly from the field. Standard does not support alerts on a subgrids like order lines, but with this improvement, you can do it. With standard email notification, that's marked here below, the owner of the rule receives the hard-coded email with a deep link to the changed record. Very basic and not suitable for external notifications, but works for some basic purpose. Due date alerts can be applied to any date field for which you want to be notified when the date comes near due. Okay, so here you can. Oh, where is my mouse? Here you can choose which field and when you want to be notified. Here we will also demonstrate group rules and advanced emailing. So when you set a user group on a rule, all group members will receive notifications. So in our case, these are Bob and Alice, our members of sales team. Email itself. Okay. Email itself is based on the email template. So you can create a rich personalized email using placeholders. Some placeholders are alert specific, some are general. Here you can see, for example, the message, but there are also many others. If you specify here an attachments tag, you can also pull the attachments from the change record that has this tag. Okay, let's see it. So we attach.
Miha, you need to reshare. Someone took over your screen. Someone took over your screen sharing. And you need to reshare.
That's not polite. Let me find where is okay.
I've also just noticed your T-shirt while you're presenting. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Do you see the screen again?
Yeah, just before you go on, there's one question that's just come up in the chat, which is the user functionality that you just put in with the percentages, is that standard F&O or is that part of DocCentric?
No. This is also the placeholders. This is our improvement. Can also these are placeholders and can also be used in the email body or also in these email recipient fields.
So they're not standard, but they are free. Is that,
yeah.
but it's free. Is that right?
It's free for everyone.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So let's continue our use case. We have added an attachment on a sales order and marked it with an alert tag. Then we run due date alerts batch job. That's typically run every day. And we get this rich personalized email with this attachment added. And you can put in the email any content that you need, so it's up to you to format it. On every forum, you have a Manage My Alerts button that leads you to this list of alert rules, where you can see and edit all alert rules. You can also see notifications that were triggered by these rules, and with quite a lot of details. So here you can see the previous value, the new value. If one notification has if one rule has triggered, if one event has triggered multiple notifications, for example, for Alice, Bob, and me, you can see here three notifications. Okay, too many notifications can be spamming, and we don't want it, and definitely hard to handle. So therefore, you can decide to include alert rule in alert summary email instead of using direct notifications. So typically, this flag would be disabled, and this one then enabled. So when you run alert summary email distributor batch job, that you run typically once a day or several times a day, you get a summary email that contains a list of events that has happened in the meantime. And it is personalized, so every user gets a list that is relevant for them, and everything is clickable, and then you can dig in and do your job, what's important for your job. Alerts used for integration. So you can mark alert rule to trigger business event. Business events are predefined data structures, and you have one structure for the change-based alerts and one structure for the due date alerts. You can then connect it to this business event to an endpoint. Either blob storage is the simplest one, but you can also use some other. From there, you can make an integration with a third-party system, and this is a sample business event that contains the main data like purchase order table, then the purchase order number, direct link to it, and so on. And if you need more data, you can call back to F&O to get additional data. In my case, I have created a logic app that sends the message then to Teams channel when the sales order has been created. But this is just a sample integration. You can also send it to some customer ERP system or another system, or it's up to your imagination. Bad job alerts. Quite often users would like to be notified if something goes wrong with the periodic bad jobs. And ideally that would like to be notified on their phones, not on the, so to see it easily. Standard support just some basic batch alerts functionality. So you can enable here alerts. If you have an email set, you can also enable emailing, email notifications, but you actually get just the info that something went wrong or something was successful. No details. We have added the possibility to create alert rule on a bad job history forum. So you can create an alert we have seen before on a bad job history forum with a filter that you want that's applicable for you and so on. That way you can put in the email the details that you want, including the log of this bad job execution. Sometimes this log is really huge, and when you go to the F&O, sometimes it's too long to fit in the info log. We also added the possibility to export this log in an Excel that's quite convenient for after analysis. Okay, so let's summarize what we have seen. We have seen change-based and due date alerts. We have seen that they work on a filtered record set. We have the standard does not support alert rules online, except if you use the trick with this stable browser. We have seen notification in Action Center, notification list, and email notifications. We've seen the integration using business events. And when you need to know more about the changes, check the database logs. With customizations, we have created, improved a simpler alert rule creation, better overview, editability so you can edit and copy the rules. Subgrids lines are supported. You can create rich dynamic emails. You can notify more users with one alert rule, or you can get one email with several notifications. We've also improved bad job alerts so that you can get a nice alert rule that contains all the relevant data. These customizations are part of the Centric free edition that you can install and use for free. Just improved bad job alerts are an additional project that I can share. So all that you have seen are also small customizations, so you can also ask your developers to do it if you prefer that way. So that's all from my side. Feel free to reach me for a question on all these channels.
Thank you. That was awesome. I can see Andre's put a link to the free edition in the chat. This is amazing. I think this is going to help so many different people. We have a little bit of time, so before we move on to the next talk, does anybody have any more questions for Miha?
I have a question for him.
Awesome.
Miha, is there anything you would like to tell us about May next year?
Sure.
Just a little bit, a teaser.
Yeah, there is a big community event going on and end of May each year actually. So Dynamics Mind is the biggest Dynamics community event in Europe, covering all Dynamics technology tracks. So you're all welcome. And in a few days, we are also opening a call for speakers. And you're all welcome to contribute to submit your session. So to come as a speakers, to come as attendees, sponsors, and all other. So it's really a community event. So we try to build the community with all the inputs and ideas.
Yeah, it's a great event, and I've been there from the first day. So, well, not the first day, but yeah, the first event. So I highly recommend, and everyone that goes, like, they already have blocked next year, May, for this event. And it's also community, so I highly recommend to give it a try. And it's in the amazing Porto Roche. So yeah, just, a bad location for an event. So yeah, that's it. But that was just a teaser question. So please, if you have technical questions, just feel free to speak up.
Thank you. We'll wait a second and see if we get any questions. And if not, let's introduce our next speaker. Awesome. So, I don't know what's going on with screen sharing, but I'm very excited for this next session that we're going to hear from Ragnar. We have an awesome opportunity coming up, something that Microsoft's providing for the benefit of our consultants, our partners, the wider world. So why don't you take away and share what you've been working on, Ragnar, and let's share the joy.
Thank you. And I'm trying to hit the share button, so give me 1 second. Okay,
I think it's sharing now.
You guys can see it now?
Yeah.
Awesome. So welcome to everyone who's here. I've known quite a few of you on the community, and I feel like this is a great place for a community to bring all the things that we're bringing and working together. So for me, this is a great opportunity to see what we are doing on the pre-sales side. So I don't know how many of you here are on the pre-sales team or planning to be, or in future you have a chance to become someone to bring other customers to come into our ERP land. As experts, I think you guys have a lot more ways of showcasing our product, our experience, experience, your industry experience. So what we have done here is, what is ERP Vision and Value Workshop and why we created this? It's a Microsoft initiative. So we created it as a pre-sales engagement for partners. So you can take our content that we're building as well as a framework to go to your customer and build. And I'll dive deep bit more into this. One of the things we can always understand right now is why now, right? Why are we doing this now? And we were doing this for a long time already, with a lot of help from our partners and a lot of our experts, MVPs, and all of you guys have contributed in one way or the other to get new customers to us. But right now, we see a great opportunity where a lot of our on-prem AX, but also SAP, Oracle, Jerry Edwards, all of these are going out of maintenance in next few years. So this is a key time for us. But also, we are leading as a Microsoft in the AI land, right? So in the AI space, we are actually doing a lot of heaps. So we are adding a lot of technology. Our fast track team, our product team, they're doing a lot more here. So this is also a great initiative for us to push this pre-sales motion much more. And we all, most of you already know, I know some of you here who are in pre-sales, leading your teams at your partners. A lot of the IT spends, it's 60% of existing customers are over 5 years. So, those are the customers we need to target and go for. And how we are positioned is also a key thing right now. As our product has matured more with both community help and our product teams, we are at a very good place. And we can also see that we are leading in the Gartner chats. In the Magic Quadrant, we are on the top right now. And there are new things that are coming and showcasing how we are leading within the AI space as well. And also, we are a complete ERP solution now with all the things integrating. We are not going feature driven now, we are going business process driven, and how we can actually win. And as partners and as consultants, you can go and tackle these problems that a customer might have. So why we care at Microsoft? We always used to care, but we really care now on how we can equip our partners to engage in these pre-sales engagements much faster. How can you accelerate this pre-sales engagement, right? So we want to bring in how can we do something more? Previously we had aim assessment, so we're trying to step up a bit more and try to accelerate you with our workshop. And you guys will notice what we have built here. Let's see. Okay, sorry, I'm on 7. Okay, it's glitchy, but so one of the key things we are also learning with the AI is 60% of our leaders are very not sure on what is the vision for AI. And even within our community, we are really trying to understand how we can push our AI narrative forward as well. And as you can see, one of the things here, is it glitching for you too? Or is it only me?
It is glitching, yeah. Strange.
Yeah. Strange. Let me see. Maybe I'll do it a different way. Present. Sorry, guys. But if you guys have any questions, I would like to know who are on our pre-sales team. I would love to learn what you guys do. And if there is something that you can help us in building this as well. So that would be something I'm very excited to learn from you guys. Share. I'm going to stop presenting.
Oh, we also can't hear you now. You're on mute.
Okay, so I'm
There
trying. Does this help? Okay, it looks great. It works now, hopefully. Okay, so we can all see that there is 60% of our AI leaders are really interested in how can they plan and vision. And this is where key players like you guys in the community and solutions architect and consultants can go and actually play what is possible with the AI. So one of the key initiative for us as a partners go-to-market initiative. So I work on the partner enablement. I work on the helping our partners go to market. We work with our sellers to help give leads to you guys as partners of whichever company you work for. So one of the key initiatives that we are building are around how we can execute and build ERP vision and value. And as you can see, we have an MSEM stage. So we can dive deep into this later. But currently we are in the inspire and design phase, which is our pre-sales engagement engagement. In pre-sales engagement, one of the things that's going to happen is ERP vision and value is our key thing that we are investing a lot of efforts and also a lot of support we are getting from our other partners in order to implement this. And to look at the workshop framework, one of the things, as I mentioned, we want to accelerate your customer's intent to modernize. How we can go. Previously, you guys have been doing this already. So what we are trying to do is we just want to help you accelerate those pre-sales motions. So we have a new framework, which is standard across all of our plays right now with our Copilot, Modern Work, and as well as CRM and ERP. We have a standardized framework that we have built, and we have seen a lot of feedback and success from our Modern Work, which are bringing into our biz app space now. So here we will go with our customer, and as part of the workshop and as partners as well as solutions architects, you guys will be working with your consultants on assessing their system, showing art of the possible, what is possible not only with our product but also with AI and everything, and also your industry experts, because a lot of our partners are industry experts in specific things. So you can show what's possible and help your customer understand their modernization journey better. So for customer journey, one thing I can say is, so your customer will start with pre-engagement call with our sellers or also maybe your own sellers. Then they will introduce our sellers. One of the key things that they will be doing from now on is they'll be pitching the workshop and introducing partners and you guys to go with them to the customer. The second thing is we'll engage in the workshop with our framework. We'll finish our workshop. It ranges between different customers. So we built the workshop to be flexible for the partner to decide how you can go. And hopefully in the end, you have an agreement or you have a way of convincing a customer to get into our post-sales where we follow our success by design and other strategies as we go. One thing I can share here again, so our framework, we built it to be assess art of the possible, build a plan. The goal here is our partners are experienced. We have guidance on how to do, and I have some examples that I can share. So we can understand how do we fit in this framework and what are we doing within the framework. So like I said, one of the things, this is an example. So let's say customer A, we're going through. So what are we doing in assessment and what are we doing in art of the possible? What are we doing in build a plan? Not only that we have built this, but you can see below the demo sessions, we as a marketing team, as well as my team, COE team, we are building these demo sessions available for you to go into these pre-sales. You can still do your own demos with other things. But one of the things as an experience for me, sometimes if I have to showcase something, sometimes it takes me longer time to build a demo and things like that. So we are trying to build with our fast track team, as well as our marketing team on coming up with more demos that you can go. And I can share the roadmap for you guys on where we are and how we can get there. And the other thing is for your customer journey, we are expecting it to be 3 to 4 weeks of a short demo. This is only to target the top initiatives that they have, that they want to conquer or win or see the possibility of our product. This is not the complete solution. And we are aware sometimes our pre-cycles are longer. So this is our enterprise and SMC targeting. So we know it's longer, but also this workshop is designed to do the quick pre-sales engagement to understand the customer's actual needs and see what we can offer them. So the workshop objective is clear. We have written some guidelines. You want to empower our customer, have them envision. We also feel like this workshop framework is going to help us create more content for you guys so you can go accelerate, but also it is repeatable and we can do that same as our learnings from success by design. So the quick summary is, if you are working with a partner, if you are a part of the partner group, you need to have a partner qualification of business application solution partner. The designation is important. Most of you guys have it. So if not, we encourage your team to get the certification so you can get leads from our sellers. In the workshop, when you conduct the workshop, there is a payout of max of $18,000 to complete the workshop to help our customers to envision. So this is a Microsoft co-investment. This is not the payment for your work. It's more about helping. We are trying to help our best to add some investment from our end so that you can go and reach more customers. And the other thing, how the workshop can set you up for success and accelerate your pre-sales. We are very clear, as you know, you all have experience in pre-sales. You all have your own assets and things. But one of the things we have done is for each phase, we have built these folders, and you can download it on aka.ms/erpvnv. So what you notice is for each phase, we have created folders. And within the folders, we also have created articles and other things for you. And to begin the journey, there is a delivery guide. So you can start with the delivery guide. And please feel free to reach out to me if you guys have any questions. And the other thing I'll tell you, within each folder, there are a lot of assets that can be white labeled by you guys, or take the content that you need to present to your customer. Or if you're MVPs and others, please feel free to use and share about our product. And we're going to keep it up to date every 3 months. So we are updating this content and doing our best to see what we can add. Most of them will be general release only. And for an example, we have a flyer here which can talk about the workshop. So it makes your seller's journey or your journey to send about what are your customers going to achieve in the workshop. And you can white label with your names and other things. The other thing, we are also going to be building a lot more content. In the end, I'm going to explain how we are going, what is our roadmap, and how you can join and help us as well. So one of the things is anything with our Copilot and other things, we're going to provide all of this content and stuff within a one place for the workshop for pre-sales. We still have content everywhere else, but for your pre-sales journey, we want to have one-stop shop, which is going to be our workshop, and that's the goal and intention behind it. We are also not only thinking about the product, we are also having a lot of things about what is your customer situation? How can you go into your these pre-sales call? How can you prepare yourself? We have slides on what are the top concerns we have seen across the industry. So all the information that we are getting in order to present in pre-sales, we're trying to submit that to you guys so you can learn about this in our workshop and the content that's in the readiness folder. And you can see one of the other thing we are also trying to be interested is how we can help you go and start the conversation. A lot of the times with AI, some of the experiences, customer don't know what question to ask. Sometimes you ask what is your process. They tell everything's good, but if you really ask them what are the challenges, what are the things that will drive value to you, they will ask more. So there are some examples on how you can increase your effectiveness and other things with the experiences that we learned at Microsoft from you guys and other areas. So we are also building demos, like I mentioned. As part of the workshop, we are on version 1. January will be our version 2. So please bear with us and also provide feedback and help us understand what else that we can do in the workshop so you can accelerate your pre-sales. So we are currently around at a place where we finished some demos till this, but there are a lot more we are building. And also our fast track team, Rachel and others are building business process catalog. We're trying to understand how we can build that and give more access through our workshop. The other key thing that we are building as part of the workshop, and this will be helpful for some of the leaders in your organization as well as you guys, is we have a readiness hub now, which is going to feature how to conduct the workshop, what are the key things to do, what are the new features. Though we, as experts, you guys know a lot of the features, we are targeting more on how do we tackle the pre-sales, what kind of demos are available. So it's like a training process, and this is to help any partner, if they're hiring a new person in their sales team, to be able to go and learn and complete. And these are going to be bite sizes. These are not like a 5-hour courses. This will be 10-20 minute video sessions from me, some of our marketing team, some of our fast track team, helping you on how to tell the story and how you can win these customers. So aka.ms/ERP VNV readiness is where you can go. So the latest module will be launching right after Ignite. So December 1st, let's say, you'll have a lot more in depth about how to perform the workshop than what I can speak here in the last 20 minutes. So one of the other goals is after the workshop, your customer, our goal is give them not a complete fit gap analysis, but give them a fit gap analysis, help them envision what they can do with our product, help them envision what the partners can do with you guys. So we are really hoping that this will drive our customers to understand what they can achieve, and not just a feature by feature basis, but also the industry expert that our partners will bring, how they can help them enhance the business processes and things like that. So for this call and also for the short time we have, one of the call to action for me is how can we bring this to your customers, because you guys are the key within your partner ecosystem. But also, please, we would like to get some feedback from you guys. Feel free to reach me. I have my link in the end. But also, you can always let us know, hey, in pre-sales, you built this, but what we have seen from the customer or our signals is slightly different. And we're also building some tools for SAP Compete. We are building tools for JD Edwards. So we're building tools and guidance on how you can do the data migration. So if we have some lessons that we are learning, we are sharing it. And like Satya's goal is democratizing of AI, we are also interested in democratizing a lot of this learnings that we are learning for Compete, so you all can go and win based on the knowledge that we have. And one of the key things here is our strategy is continuous feedback as well as collaborating with you guys and building the optimization. So for the roadmap, we have started with our foundation. We are getting to our skill enhancement. One of the other things we are going to build with our workshop is how we can accelerate some of the AI learnings to our core team. Our MVPs are experts and other things. So we want to see if we can bring them in, also do some skill enhancement and scaling the excellence and other things that we have. So for the ERP vision and value, we have done the readiness plan, we have done the engagement in practice, and we are trying to scale and optimize with you guys' help. So as we build more and learn more about this, currently we are just about getting to the scaling and optimization. And the goal here is to get to ERP excellence with you guys and enabling you to succeed in all the pre-sales engagements that you do. So the last thing I would say here is ramp up with the delivery guide. So if you download it, you can go download the delivery guide. So within the delivery guide, we have instructions. This is going to improve every 3 months. So so please feel free to provide feedback and other things. So download the kit, and there are a lot of content there. So hopefully it's useful. But if you're missing some content, please let us know. If you have a customer coming, there is a way for us to figure out and help you guys on providing that content. So in the end, I'll just say, I know most of you guys, but if not, nice to meet you guys virtually here. So I'm Ragnar Pilta, Solutions Architect for ERP. So please feel free to reach me here. My email address is here. My LinkedIn's there. So I'm happy to connect with you guys and ask and learn from your experience on how we can improve the workshop. So thank you, Lydia.
That was awesome. I don't know if you can see all the claps that everyone are doing, but the crowd is going wild virtually. This is so awesome. So much effort has been put in, and to reiterate, it's free. You can use any of the assets, and if you complete the end-to-end process, Microsoft will actually pay you to support you on your pre-sales journey. So very exciting. I just wanted to clarify, we had a couple of questions in the chat. Does it include project operations, and are there any plans for commerce?
Yeah, so we include so we are only finance and operations, supply chain management, project operations. The other thing I think from the community call, Lydia, we can bring it up is we also have the same structure for CRM as well. So we can speak about that. We have done the same effort. So one of the things like we really want to stress here again is Microsoft is really interested in putting more effort into helping you guys with your pre-sales. You guys are doing so much on your own so far, and then we know you are experts in this, but we investing a lot more energy and framework across all of our products. So CRM, project operations, retail is our next target. So for retail, we are building a lot more content. So if you are in a retail space and you are trying to get pre-sales, please reach us and let us know. We'll try our best to give you guys more information from the workshop.
Awesome. I just think a couple of key things I'm putting in the chat. So I've put your email address for anyone who's interested in. I know there are folks asking about commerce. Some more questions about project ops. Is that project ops in finance or more of the project management capabilities from the CE side? I assume it's the ERP side.
So there are two sides to this, right? Even with our Copilot, when we speak about project operations, others, we go into CRM and then come into F&O. So there is, like I said, this is version 2. There is an initiative and interest from a lot of our partners. We got a feedback that a lot of the customers you go and talk, they just don't want to do ERP. They want to do both ERP and CRM, or ERP with project operations or a specific thing or services. So we are going to see how we can merge that. But this is the standard foundation at the moment. engagement. But for project operations, we have a lot of so one other thing we are building with the business process, you'll notice is wherever Copilot will hit, you'll see it within our diagram. So one of the things is we want your help to build these business process flows, but also we are building once you submit to us, we will build and enhance that and keep it always up to date based on every time we add a feature for a Copilot or something within that business process flow, we'll update that so you can download it from us directly. But I don't want to talk too much for the future, Lydia, but at the moment we are my goal is on the ERP vision and value for ERP for F&O and SCM only. There is other things for BC, there is other things for CRM, but as a whole, we are unified within our product ecosystem. So if we want to sell it as a platform, you want to sell it as a thing, we have an options and we can merge things to make it happen.
Awesome. So it sounds like if you have wider questions about, I understand you're focused on ERP, but you'd be able to point the folks to CRM, to Business Central assets as well. Are there any other aka.ms links that you know off the top of your head for those other solutions?
So when you go to aka.ms ERP VNV, if you scroll up, you'll see all of our other engagements. So you go to the right page. So you'll see that there. But I will also, if I find them, I'm going to put them in the chat after this call.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was so great. And the questions in the chat were answered. So thank you, everybody, so much for joining this call. A little bit of a sneak preview for next month. You asked and we're delivering it. So Lays is going to deliver a session on BPA. So very excited for that. I know there was a lot of interest in that from the chat on the last call. And Natalia is going to be delivering a what the heck is Copilot for Finance for folks who are less familiar with that solution as well. So
I think
we can't wait.
knows that answer.
No. We're so happy to have you joining. As Dwayne said, follow our social media, Dynamics 365 community on LinkedIn to access the recording, to access the slides. And something I'd really encourage you to do is invite your peers to this call. If everyone on the call could have a think about who is someone I know who's not on this call right now who would benefit, we'd love to spread the word. It's obviously such a huge community and only a portion of them are following on LinkedIn to even know that the call exists. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. Darshan, it looks like you're having some technical issues. Maybe Ragnar, you can just check that out and make sure that those are the right links, and we'll get those shared out with folks. And we will see you in a month's time. Anna, anything else you want to add?
No, just thank you. It's been great. I really like this, and I'm very surprised that we're having such an amazing traction on not only in the amount of people we have here, but also in the interactions in the chat. So yeah, I'm very happy and I look forward for the next call. In the meantime, if you have any feedback, you can reach out to us, Lydia and myself, that we will make sure that we work to make this better.
Yeah, definitely. And one final teaser to leave you with, we are working on some digital badges that you'll be able to share on LinkedIn for folks who are super active in the calls, whether that's you're a presenter, whether you're a superhero in the chat, whether you're coming up with great ideas, inviting folks to join. So we know everyone loves a digital badge, so hopefully we'll be able to share those with you on the next call. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening. Dwayne, if you can just drop the LinkedIn chat in, that would be great. And yeah, we'll see you all next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.